So my name is Bart. I work at OpenCredo as a lead consultant, and at OpenCredo we apply emerging technologies. Not sure what that means. So I'm working on the infrastructure side of things there, and I'll go a bit into detail on that, just to give you a bit of context. So lots of companies they run their PaaS on their CaaS, on their IaaS. So I do a bit around that. So one thing I do is build a CaaS on top of IaaS. So that's like containers as a service. Once that's done, I build containers as a platform as a service. So it's not really a PaaS, it's like slightly below that. But once you have something like a CaaS, you usually want to run something on top of that. Lots of people like Cloud Foundry, I've since found out. But other companies, they might make different choices for whatever reason. So they need some kind of pipeline, and that's why I spend my time on. So people are generally quite excited about containers and anything involving containers. And they're pretty great. They're like a huge improvement. Lots of benefits. Like once you've packaged something up as a container, it's pretty easy to distribute it and run it somewhere else. It means you can repeat your build. You improve your resource utilization because you can pack multiple containers on the same host. Pretty easy to do. So it's a lot quicker to build than VMs, for example. And it's a huge enabler for microservice and polyglot architectures, which we all love so much. That's just some of the reasons. So adoption has been good. Like at least 1% of all applications out there nowadays, they must be running on containers, maybe. They are a great fit for modern applications like microservices. So a lot of greenfield work is started with containers. Unfortunately, though, legacy applications, they are a bit left behind. So it's very sad because like most software out there is legacy. I'm not talking just like the JavaScript library that was released a month ago, but like proper legacy. So why doesn't the enterprise move to containers as well, or why can't we move legacy applications to containers? Well, it's because modern infrastructure is very dynamic, and for a good reason as well. So it's all it's designed with resiliency in mind. So if something goes down, or if your data center is hit by a nuclear bomb, for example, it happens, maybe. Then you want your workload to move somewhere else, so you can still check those cat pictures. So things keep moving around, and things sometimes just outright disappear. So that's a problem. So the advice has been when you're targeting container platforms, to write your applications as if they're, or to treat them as if they're cattle and not pets. So what does that mean? So pets, they usually have a name, have an identity. Cattle, though, they have a number. And pets, when they're sick, they get taken to the vet. They get special attention. They're looked after. Cattle, though, they're pretty replaceable. So this is a very sad fact. But yeah, most pets you just can't put them in a container. It doesn't work very well, or does it? Sorry. So what makes an application into a pet in the first place? So there's a few reasons why you can't treat all your applications as pets. One of the reasons is that they're tied to specific platforms or specific network settings or whatever. So a lot of this is often it's solvable. Sometimes not though, but the real problem is state. So with things moving around every now and again, you want your state to move with the application, and that's not been viable for the past years. But things are getting better quickly in that regard. So you're always able to use host storage and mount your data on a particular host. it's not really dynamic enough. So you can also use distributed storage like Cluster or Ceph or stuff like that. But since, well, this year really, container manager platforms, they can now move cloudy disk with your application. So if your application stops running on a particular host and it gets started on another host, then the cloud manager, the container manager, sorry, it will reattach the disk to the new host, and it means that your data will still be there. So it's great. You can run your stateful pet as cattle now. What about state as kept in memory though? This is still, unsolved I think. But you can checkpoint and restore, could be an option there. Just think about it. Anyways, 101 domains. This is the future. This is the last slide. I swear to God. So you'll have your containers, but some of them will be pets, some of them will be cattle. I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.